In this movie, we'll insert hyperlinks. Now, if you build your document well with extensive styles, it's going to make it very easy to insert things like hyperlinks. So before we go on with it, I'm going to move over to beverages here, and I'll just take a look at some of the styles I have built in here. Here we've got beer. We've got the beer styles built in. We have white wine styles, red wine styles, and dessert wine styles. So let's, with that in mind, move back to appetizers, and down here we'll go to suggested beverage. I'll zoom in here so that you can see it a little bit better here, and we'll insert a hyperlink. There's always a few ways to do it. You can right click and choose insert interactive. It's interactive, and then insert cross-reference. You can go to the type menu, insert hyperlink cross-references, and when you do that, you pull up this dialog box. I'm going to close it out first, and we'll take a look from the interactive. We can go to hyperlinks, and cross-references are there. Now, cross-references, if you actually think about it, really are hyperlinks. That's what they are, because they're relating to somewhere else, although a cross-reference, you don't click on it to go to it, and that's really the only difference. So that's why these two are linked together. So I'll just close out the dialog box. We'll see this a little bit more as we move along, and we'll use one of the other methods. I'll just go to the type menu. We'll choose hyperlinks and cross-references and insert cross-reference. So what do we want to link to? We link to a paragraph or a text anchor. We'll look at text anchors a little bit later and link to a paragraph. Now, we can go to any of the documents that are open at the moment, or we can browse for another one. We have our documents open, so we want to link to something in the beverages. So you notice it's put a bullet point in here, and the reason being I have the same style in this paragraph as I have up here for the ingredients. And we'll choose a beer. So if we click on beer here, these are all styles down here, it shows all the items that are there under the beer formatting. So we can choose Brew It Up IPA and suggested beverage, Brew It Up IPA on page 20. Now you can choose the full paragraph, and that knocks out the page numbering. You can just choose the page number, which wouldn't make much sense in this particular case, and there's a lot of other options, paragraph number, which just gives you the page number, but in this particular case we just want the full page number, Brew It Up IPA. And it just has an invisible rectangle. Because this really isn't going to hyperlink to it, we don't need to worry too much about the appearance of this. We would use this when we get to hyperlinks. So just clicking OK, and there it's a suggested beverage. Now, of course, the nice thing is because it's referencing this, it will change. Let's go over to entrees, for example, and I'll come down here, and this time I'll just right-click, interactive, insert cross-reference, and again I'm referencing the beverages. It remembered the last one I was at here, and this time we'll choose a red wine. Here we'll choose Pine Ridge Cabernet, clicking OK. And it remembered that we just want the full paragraph. We don't need the page number, like that. Oh, let me save that. And if I come over here to beverages, and here we have the Pine Ridge Cabernet. Well, we're out of the 2002, so we'll make it 2005 and save it like that. Let's go back to our entrees and save it. And we need to update them. So what we can do is come down to our window, and we'll interactive, and we'll just go to hyperlinks. It's always confusing. I'm looking for cross-references and they're not there. And look what happens. The link is in need of being updated. So I'll select it, come down here, update cross-reference, and there it automatically changes over here. Let's move across to the desserts here, and my cursor's inserted here, and we'll insert a cross-reference here. So we'll come down, we'll do it from the hyperlinks panel this time, create a new cross-reference, and we're in the right file, we'll choose a paragraph and we'll go down to dessert wines and we'll just choose that port, clicking OK. There it is. And now you can see that the cross references in this particular document are populated here. But now we'll suggest a coffee drink. Now, they aren't built-in styles. I didn't do that. So what we've got to do is create a text anchor that it can go to. So let's switch over to our beverages here. We'll go to the end, and I'm going to select this text here, and we'll turn it into a text anchor. I'll come down here, and we'll create a new hyperlink destination. So it is a hyperlink here, and we've got a choice of a page, a text anchor, or a URL. It's a text anchor at the moment, and it gives it the name of Mocha, so I can click on OK. So let's go back to our desserts. We'll insert it here, a new cross-reference, and this time we'll choose a text anchor. We're on the right document, beverages, and there is Mocha there. So we'll click on it. Well, again, we'll just have the full paragraph, but we could just add the page number, full paragraph and page number. Click on OK, and there it is, Mocha on page 22. So that's how to create cross-references and text anchors. You simply come over, use the hyperlinks panel, or access it from the context-sensitive menu or the type menu. Very simple and straightforward, very similar to hyperlinks, which we get into in the interactive movies.